Hey, my beautiful people. Good morning and sanctified Sunday. I pray that this message finds you well, healthy, in great spirits, and having a satisfactory and satisfying day thus far. You see, my glasses are fogging up because my ass is hot. I'm out here on this walk. I'm getting back on my schedule or trying to work on my schedule. I have been, since I've been on these unemployed streets, my schedule has gotten off. I've been an early riser my whole life, and lately I've been up late and sleeping longer and just all kind of thrown off. And I said, look, I rebuke that in Jesus' mighty name. I got to get myself back on track. I've been an early riser my whole life, and I plan to continue that. I feel like I get a lot more accomplished when I rise early and start handling business early. So even though I was up late last night, I still got up and getting out to get my walk, have my intimacy with my God, and like I say, do my prayer, praise, worship. I'm out for my walk, and then I'm gonna be going for a little pampering. I'm going to get me a manicure and pedicure today, because Lord knows I need it, especially since I had them procedures on my feet in October and it still ain't healed. So I don't know, I may have to go back and have something done again, which I'm at an impasse because I don't have no medical this month because of my former employer, DSHS, still has not reported my separation date, but that's either here nor there. I'm not here to talk about that, but DSH just need to get their shit together. And but it is what it is. I can't stress about something I have no control over. Just staying thankful, grateful, and unbothered in the process. I feel like my lips feel like Pookie from New Jack City. Ooh, but it is what it is too. It's cold as hell out here, but I can see the sun is gonna be coming out and starting to shine bright like a diamond. Yes. So, but I just wanted to get in and check with y'all and see how you doing. Let you know that I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you, and I pray that you are doing something nice for yourself, taking good care of yourself, loving on yourself, and being good to yourself. And today is a bittersweet day, but I'm staying smiling, thankful. Ooh, Lord, look, I'm out here looking all kind of crazy, y'all. And guess what? That's my damn business, because I'm going to keep making it do what it do. And at the end of the day, it's going to be exactly what it's meant to be. But this is a bittersweet day. It is January 18th, 2026. And this is the day that my older sister, DaR'Rel Lenea Johnson, or DaR'Rel Lenea Miller, when she got married to Mr. Jimmy Jam, Jimmy Jam Miller, because he could sing his ass off. She was unfortunately taken too soon. She was taken at the Federal Way Transit Center. Ooh, look at God. Look at God, sun shining. Look at God, my guardian angels. I got my sister, my mom, my dad, my godmom, little brother. Look, even got my dog Bruno up there. Ooh, yeah, I got some people looking over me fiercely. I got a whole army that walks with me and protects me. Look at me. Glass is fogging up again, and it is what it is. But that's what I'm hot. Look. I guess I'm a stay hot. I'm calling in my divine love. Y'all know I be all over the damn place. And that's my damn business too. But anyway, today is the day that my sister DaR'Rel Ooh, God, thank you for shining your light on me. Thank you for the warmth. Thank you for the embrace. Thank you for the confirmation. Thank you for loving me the way that you do. So January 18th is a day that, again, my sister was taken, and she was taken in 2008. So believe it or not, it is 18 years today, and time flies. I cannot believe it has been 18 years. My sister was an amazingly beautiful and vibrant, vivacious, loving, caring, charismatic, funny, charming, shit-talking, feisty. She had a heart of gold and a giving spirit. When she loved hard. And she loved you, she would give you the shirt off her little old petite small back. Off her little old petite back, she would give you her last. She would give you whatever she had if she could help you get ahead in any way. She was extraordinary heart of gold, big heart. Her heart bigger than her little body, because she was, my sister, DaR'Rel Lenea Miller, was my mom's oldest daughter. My mom is Caucasian. Betty Lou Johnson from Lewistown, Montana. Buckler, McCracken. Those are her maiden names. Her mom's name and her dad's name. McCracken is her mom's name. Her mom's maiden name. And Buckler was her dad. And I have my grandparents on my mom and my dad's side that I unfortunately didn't have the privilege of knowing, because they were passed before I was born. So my older sister and my older brother have a dad, and his name is DaR'Rel Johnson, and he's Caucasian. So my older sister and brother, who we were born with and raised with, and we don't say stepsisters. We didn't say step or half or nothing. That was my sister, you know. That was my sister, my love. And because of, like I say, family dynamics, family trauma, even when I think about it now, I may get emotional. And that's all right, because I give myself permission to feel whatever I need to feel at any given moment. And my sister DaR'Rel had a lot of trauma and challenges, and got caught up in relationships that didn't honor her, didn't serve her, didn't love her, didn't provide for her, didn't care for her, consider her in the way that they should have. They were abusive and controlling and so many other things. And my I have two extraordinary nephews, Marcus and Scott, who are my sister's sons. And those are two of my 6 heartbeats. Those are my babies. And when I think of my nephews, Marcus and Scott, I think of them in the same breath and the same heartbeat as my kids. And they are extraordinary. Marcus and Scott, Dad had a woman in family and messed around with my sister. So my nephews were born in between, or in the same time frames and timelines as his other kids in the other household. So whereas they know my nephews are their family, they know my nephews are part of the Prentice family and kids of Prentice, one of the Prentices. My nephews were never accepted or loved or supported fully in the ways that they should have, because of who their dad was, and because he's also passed now, and so is their stepdad, so is their mom, so is their grandma and grandpa, who's my mom and dad. So they've had a lot of loss in their life, and they've been through a lot, just like I have, just like so many other people have. Look, it's cold out here. Y'all see my breath is getting condensation on my that's my business, and it is what it is. I'm gonna keep on talking about my sissy. So because of who their parents were, my nephews always received the short end of the stick and were penalized because of how they came into this world. It was even hurtful when their biological dad passed. We were at the service because we grew up in the same neighborhood, High Point, the same projects, High Point, with the family, I still know them and see them now, grew up playing with them, knowing them, being around them. And when their dad passed, they weren't even mentioned in his obituary at all. So whereas they know these are his two boys, they were never accepted in the ways that received or accepted in the ways that they should have been as family. And for those reasons, they've always been my babies. They've always had a special place in my heart. They lived with me and my mom before I had kids, since they were 6 and 8. So because of my sister's challenges, my sister was an extraordinary woman and an amazing human. And she also had challenges, you know. So because of her, look, you guys see that? Because of her relationships that didn't honor her and treat her right, you know, she stayed there. She sacrificed herself to try to make it work, to be there. She lessened herself. She dimmed her light, and ultimately she ended up medicating herself. And my sister became an alcoholic because of the relationships that she was in. She was medicating herself in order to manage, in order to tolerate, in order to get through. And it was such a hard and sad situation, because of course she deserved better than what she was giving herself. But again, it doesn't matter how we want to help people or what we want to do for people or the potential we see in people or what they're capable of if they don't see that and want that for themselves. So it was, growing up, it was a lot of drama, trauma, trials, tribulations, turbulations, fights, arguments. You know, we'll be partying one minute, fighting and explosive the next minute. And it is very unfortunate what I recognize now, because of my trauma, because of my feeling unworthiness, because of my feeling not enough, because I didn't value and honor and respect myself then. Hello, good morning. Because I didn't honor and respect myself then in the ways that I do now. Like I say, I used to be a fighter. I was explosive. And sometimes it was only words that ignited me. It was only words. And I would be up and snapping and popping your ass. And that's unfortunately was my reality. So, and I am sad to say that even, you know, me and my sister, we loved each other fiercely. You know, that's how that was one of her words. And she always had a saying. But, you know, I'm going to go and get it and I'm going to come back with it. You know, she always had some kind of saying with it rhyme. She thought she was the shit. You know, she just, like I say, she was a big personality. She was vibrant. She was shit talking. She was funny. She was feisty. She was But when she was this caring, considerate, and compassionate and amazing giving human on one end, and then when she would drink, boy, she thought she was Mike Tyson, or she thought she was a boxer with her little low 110-pound self, but she thought she could take on the world. So she would, because she was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. On one hand, when she was sober, she was the most amazing person. But when she got sauced up and she drank the old English 800 and 211 and those kind of things. So good morning. And when she got sauced up, boy, she thought she was a heavyweight boxer. Would start shit anywhere, any place, anytime, and with anybody. So, and sometimes when she was drinking, you just couldn't stand her ass, and she would say some of the craziest and most hurtful mess. And it's unfortunate, because both of our trauma, because both of our pain, because of everything that we've been through, sometimes we brought the worst out in each other, and we would fight each other. We would go at it with each other. And it's sad. It's sad when I look back at it, but it is a reality when you grow up in trauma and a family that doesn't have tough conversations, when you grow up in a family that doesn't deal with things, when you grow up in a family that doesn't address the problems at hand. And we unfortunately, like I say, we loved each other fiercely, but we also didn't always bring the best out in each other. And she was taken from us on this day today, 18 years ago, at the Federal Way Transit Center. It was the year they were just opening, and of all her troubles and struggles and things she went through in life, at this time, she was working, she was limiting her drinking, she was starting to live life and do things that excited and ignited her, and things that she wanted to do. She started living life in a way that we had not witnessed prior, because she always sacrificed herself for the relationships that she was in. First, it was the kid's dad, my nephew's dad. And then after that, she got with somebody who was charming and swept her off her feet, but didn't always treat her the best. And it was abusive. It tore her down. It beat her down. And she finally got away from that and started living life. And this was the time she was going out she actually was getting off of work, and she was going out to Federal Way to meet a friend, to go to a movie, and to like a happy hour or something like that. And this was the year that it opened, the grand opening. And my sister was walking across the street at the Federal Way Transit Center, and there was groups of people beefing on each side of the street, and she got caught in them firing at each other, and she was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and was unfortunately taken from us on this day. And I even think back then that it was nothing but God, because my dad had a girlfriend at this time who had some daughters, and they did not know where we lived at over on Beacon Hill. And somehow they found the number and showed up at the house and was able to let us know what was going on with my sister. And we were able to make it up to Harborview. But unfortunately, when we made it up to Harborview, they took the family in one of the little conference rooms to deliver the bad news that my sister didn't make it. So to honor, love, respect, remember, value, appreciate my sister DaR'Rel Lenea Miller, I love you always and forever, my beautiful sissy. You are never forgotten. Mwah.